Question number 5, we have this rule here. We have a restricted domain. Use the model predicted after 4 years. So h of 4 will be 3,000 divided by 4 plus 1, 3,000 divided by 5, which is 600. So new function h1, model on the population, h1 of 0 is h of 0. So they both start at 0, 3,000. So they both start at 3,000. But h1 decreases by half the rate at any point. So h1's derivative is going to be a half h's derivative. Okay, so if we integrate h1 of x, if we integrate and we integrate dx, that gives me a half h of x plus some constant c. And if I put in 3,000, it's going to be the 3,000 going to go to 1,500. So my plus c has to be 1,500. So it's going to be a half h of x plus 1,500. So the sequence of transformations: dilate by a half from the x-axis, then translate up 1,500. You could, if you wanted to, translate up 3,000, go up to 6,000, then dilate by a factor of a half from the x-axis and it'll bring it back down to 3,000. And the next question is, in a town of 100, where n was 60, so n is 100, x is 60, so p of x, p hat is going to be 60 on 100, or 3/5. 95% confidence interval, use 2. So 95% is going to be p hat minus 2 square root of p hat 1 minus p hat on n to p hat plus 2 square root of p hat 1 minus p hat on n. So I'm going to have 3/5 minus 2 square root of, what did we say? 3/5. 3/5 times 2/5 on 100, which will be 3/5 minus 2 lots of, okay, I've got the square root of 6, because 3 times 2 is root 6. 5 times 5 is 25, so I'll have a 5, and the square root of 100 is 10, so it's going to be 60. And it's then going to be 3/5 minus root 6 on 25 to 3/5 plus root 6 on 25. And over the page, a new sample of n results in the same proportion, so p hat is still 3/5. Find the smallest value of n, so this is our standard deviation. Okay, so I've got root 2 on 50 equals the square root of p hat 1 minus p hat on n, which means I've got the square root of 3/5 times 2/5 on n, which is root 2 on 50 equals root 6 on root 25n, or 5 root n. So root n equals 50 root 6 on 5 root 2. Root n equals 10 root 6 on root 2. So that n equals 100 times 6 on 2, n equals 300. Solving for n.